If you want to develop an elite level short game, you have to be able to hit different spin rates from the same yardage. I'm going to show you how to hit 3 different spin rates from the same yardage so you can choose to go low, medium shot, or high shot with a lot of spin so that you have the ability to hit the right shot in any situation. Let me show you. First, we're going to hit a stock shot. And the stock shot is just a ball that's a little bit back of center, just slightly. I don't put it all the way on my back foot. About 60% of my weight on my lead leg, hands a little bit forward, little short swing just like this. I'm going to try to land this about 35 yards-ish and let it skip to the hole. A little shorter than that, but it did skip to the hole just like I was wanting to. That spin rate was 5,500 RPMs a spin. So at 40 yards, that's not bad. It's gonna have a little bit of release, but it's all depending on the landing surface. But in this case, it did release a little bit. Now I'm gonna hit a little bit more of a flighted shot, something a little bit lower. The spin rate should decrease and it should have a little bit more release. So if I'm wanting to get this wedge shot more to a back pin, hit it a little more forward and let it release back there, this is the type of shot I would hit. To do this, I'm gonna move the ball about another ball and a half back. Originally, it was here. Now I'm gonna put it here. So not quite on my back toe, but pretty close. I'm not necessarily doing it by the width of my feet, but I'm doing it by how many balls back from its original position. So when I'm trying to flight it low, I usually only go about a ball and a half, at the most 2 balls back from its original position. I'm gonna lean a little bit more weight, so maybe 65%. I am gonna push this shaft a little bit more forward to de-loft it. And my finish is just gonna be a little bit lower. That was definitely a lot lower shot. You can see that spin rate came down to 4,400 RPMs a spin. Now, if I'm going over a trap or I need a ball to stop quickly, I need to use some descent angle and some spin to make it stop quickly, depending on whatever the situation might be. A couple little changes I'm gonna make. First, I'm gonna move the ball a little bit more forward. I'm gonna move it about a ball and a half forward from its original position. I'm gonna open that face slightly as well. And then finally, the backswing's the same, but the follow through, I'm just gonna finish a little bit higher like this, more up in front of me. So more this way, instead of low and trying to trap it and hit it lower. What should happen is you should see a trajectory increase and a spin rate increase. Ball a little more forward. One other thing I forgot to mention is I'm gonna actually put that shaft more vertical instead of leaning it more forward. Instead of this way, I'm gonna lean it a little more straight up and down. That's gonna help add some loft. Face a little bit open. Weight's closer to about 55% on lead leg. And now I'm gonna give it a little more speed because that's important for creating spin, is speed. And just like that, I created 7,200 RPMs a spin. That ball had a little bit of backspin on it. How that happened was I added more loft and I added more speed. Because I added more loft, the ball's not gonna go as far. Because I moved the ball more forward, it's not gonna go as far. That way I can add more speed underneath the ball, which creates spin. The 2 things you really need to create spin is speed and loft. Opposite, if you need to decrease the spin and actually get it to release out more, you need less loft and less speed. You can always go less loft, but speed will always create more spin. You have to keep that in mind. You can de-loft it as one way of decreasing spin, but if you do both, you'll see a significant decrease in that spin rate. Now you have the tools to hit 3 different types of shots into any hole location depending on the situation. Take these principles that you just learned and go practice them. I will tell you, coming here on the simulator where you have feedback like spin rate is gonna help you a lot to learn how to actually make those adjustments and changes. So come on into Texas Wedge and come give it a shot. It's really gonna help you learn how to hit those different shots. And then when you go on the golf course, you're gonna see the results. Come on into Texas Wedge. We'll see you soon.